Well, good afternoon. I'm outside and I hope you are as well. It is time for us to do a little wet your whistle this afternoon. It's time for us to grab a nice glass of wine. Maybe you want to get a beer, whatever it is that is up your alley. I want you to join us because it's time for us to shine the spotlight on Defiance Ridge Vineyards. And for those of you that have not joined us in the past, we do this at 4 o'clock in the afternoon so that you can have a little happy hour with us, maybe grab a little bite, maybe a little charcuterie platter. We are going to feature one of my absolute favorites today, Cab Franc. This is actually a 2021 from Defiance Ridge Vineyards. Let me know what you're grabbing. If you're still at work, it's okay. You can head home and then watch us a little bit later. We're going to give you a little background, a little education on this wine. If you are a trivia fan, we're going to talk about Game of Thrones trivia coming up this Friday. A really cool side project collaboration with Defiance Ridge Vineyards and a little dinner that they'll be doing over the weekend. If you're a Friends fan, some Friends trivia coming up, some music trivia, and so much more. And yes, Defiance Ridge Vineyards, with that beautiful water and lake that they have there, they got something new today. So we're going to be talking about that as well. Are you ready? Let's wet your whistle. Oh, it's time to pop the cork. We just did so. And here's my friend, Chuck Gillentine. How are you from Defiance Ridge Vineyards?
Hi, Monica. How are you today?
I am great. I just saw Chuck actually. I went out there to pick up some wine that we'll be featuring today and over the next several days. So when he signed on, he's like, "Oh, long time no see." It's actually an easy drive for those that have never been out before. I was actually shocked. I got off at 40 and 94, and I was sitting there talking to my husband, and I said, "Yeah, it'll take me a little while." And all of a sudden, boom! In like just a few minutes, I was there already. And I said, "Yeah." My mindset always thinks, going deep into Augusta, but that's the thing that I love about your winery is that it's so close for those that are coming in from St. Louis. So those that haven't been there before, you want to tell them a little bit more about your winery?
Oh, we're located 7.5 miles from Highway 94. It is a beautiful drive. It's quick. It's heart of Missouri Hill Country, and many people come out. The winery is the first stop on the right after actually when you get into Defiance. 42 acres of a lot of stuff going on. So today we're still cutting back brush and burning, and we're pruning. We had a decent lunch crowd, and we had some guests today that were delivered.
Well, yes, you did. And I actually was following along earlier for those that didn't hear us last week. They've got some special little friends that were delivered, but this is when they were just babies. So I pulled this picture earlier. Where did you get them from?
Well, they came from a farm about an hour and a half away from here. The whole family showed up today to deliver the swans, and it was quite a show. We got them acclimated uh, to the air, and they were in a cage, and they let them out. And if you can see the video, you should. Uh, the female was in the water the longest, and the male was took him a little bit to get back in the water. But they're gorgeous birds. They're really, really pretty. No name yet.
Oh, is it? Okay, that was my next question. If you named them yet, are you going to name them? Are your guests going to name them, or who's going to come up with the names?
We're collecting names, and if you come in, put some names down, and we're gonna figure it out from there.
When will you make the announcement of the names?
I'm sorry.
When will you make the announcement of the names?
Probably in the next week, I would think.
Okay.
Hopefully before next weekend. I want to get
There's
and we should have a pretty busy weekend. The weather's decent, and maybe we'll get a whole lot of names to look at.
Yeah. So this is again when they were just babies, the new swans out at Defiance Ridge Vineyards. They have been delivered. So if you follow Defiance Ridge Vineyards online, did you put it on your Facebook or your Instagram page?
It's on our Facebook page as of today. There's a little video of them being left, and we took other pictures also. So it's there.
I can't wait to see it. So we're visiting with the owner, Chuck Gillentine of Defiance Ridge Vineyards. And if you haven't been out, you are missing out for sure. Today, and the reason I came outside, it is an absolutely gorgeous day. I know the meteorologists were predicting 72 degrees today. I don't know, and it may still be getting a little bit warmer because we usually don't top out until about 5 or 5:30 or so. But what a perfect day. Did you have a pretty busy lunchtime?
We had a nice lunch crowd for this time of year. It is February still, so it's better than what it was last week. So I can't complain.
No, not at all. We're going to feature today a Cab Franc. And, Chuck said, I know you're going to like this one, Monica. If anybody ever asks me what is my favorite, so I love Cabernets from Napa Valley. I love Italian wines. I love some French wines. But this is it, Cab Franc. This is the one that we chose, a 2021 Cab Franc from Defiance Ridge Vineyards. And so we're going to give a little history on this. We're going to talk about the grape itself, and we'll talk about what it pairs well with. And here's the thing, you can order, I'm going to show you the website and a lot of different wines that Chuck and I will be featuring over the next several months. There's a really great rundown showing you the price points, giving a little history, giving a little background on them themselves, and then you can go in and purchase. There's also, though, a wine club, which is really smart for you to want to join because you get great discounts. You can get into different events earlier, etc., things like that. But Cab Franc, so if you had to choose, because this is my favorite, what is your favorite grape?
Oh, my favorite grape is not your favorite grape. It's Pinot Noir.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I this varietal is a very old varietal, and one thing I didn't put in the notes is where it was from. I can't believe I didn't do that.
That's
But
okay.
it is Napa Valley, and it's from the very top of Diamond Mountain, which is
Mm.
a beautiful area with a gorgeous mountain view back down to Calistoga and over to Sonoma. So this it's when we got it in a little over a year ago, it was really really tannic, and we let it set for a while, and it's settled down. It's a big fruity Cab Franc.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cab Francs from France are a little different. They're fruity, but they're not as big as this.
Yeah, it is. But I told you a couple weeks ago, I like fruit bombs. So that's from my palate. But you all got to find your own, by the way. So you can drop in some comments. Let me know what you have. Tony just said, good evening. Have one for me. Yeah, some people have to work. If you're not working and you can get a chance to grab something with us, please do so. We would love for you to join us. So we're going to give a little history on this. So the 17th century, founded in southwest France, transported to the Loire Valley, about 150 miles or so southwest of Paris, and it is the longest standard grape varietal, thriving in sandy and chalky soils. Really, really cool. Now, as far as what it pairs well with, this is what I found to be interesting because I like to just sit out, which is why I did this today. I like to just sit out and enjoy a glass. And then if I want to pair it with something, I'm always torn in what that is. Give us a rundown because I don't know that I would have paired it normally with what you're stating.
Well, again, it's a wine that you pair with meats and a little fatty meats, to be specific. Uh, it can roll all over the map. A big fruity wine like this, again, you're gonna be able to drink it a little easier than maybe a tannic wine, a French wine, which is it's got the acidity in it to pair with foods. But yeah, the list I sent, yeah, it ranges everywhere from chicken to lamb to you name it. It's
Yep.
on there.
So Chuck provided me with this. So roasted pork, folks, if you're going to get a Cab Franc, roasted pork, beef burgers, that'd be an easy one. Beef stew, though, that would be really great, even if we have some cold weather days left before we get into
With
spring.
some good
Uh,
herbs in it, yeah, with an herby beef stew.
and then meatballs. I like this one, turkey with cranberry sauce. So if you want to load up on some of these as you get into Thanksgiving later into this year, this would be a good one with your Thanksgiving.
It
Pate.
goes back to the Loire Valley style of Cabernet Franc,
Mhm.
with things like that.
And then venison and grilled lamb and roasted duck. So a good game meal if somebody's want to try to do something like that. I always tell my husband to get together with the guys, have a game meal, have their cigars and their wines and their scotches and things like that. This would be a good one for the guys for sure. A lot of people, if they've never tasted a Cab Franc, can you tell them how different it is from just a regular Cabernet?
Well, Cabernet and Merlot got its roots from Cab Franc, basically. Cab Franc it's a really meant to be a blending grape, like in Bordeaux, where they all the Bordeaux wines are blended wines with different varietals, and most of the time it's the third grape into a blend. So on a Merlot based wine, say it's 52% Merlot, maybe 30% Cabernet, and the balance would be mostly Cabernet Franc. It blends it together, and it's a winemaker's dream to use.
Mm-hmm. And it's for someone who really loves to have more of that fruit forward, you will love this. We've been talking about some really great wines over the last few weeks and given little price points for you. I mentioned you can go in, enjoy a nice bottle on a gorgeous day with some friends and sit there at Defiance Ridge Vineyards, or just go in and I picked up some food the other day and came home as I was picking these up. You could grab your favorite bottle as well. What is the price point on your Cab Franc?
This is a reserve wine, so it's going to be in the upper 60s.
Okay.
West Coast, this wine would be probably 90 to 120 dollars.
100. Yeah, absolutely. If you haven't been, again, check Gillentine with Defiance Ridge Vineyards and just showing you some pictures of how gorgeous it is. Because if you haven't been out there, I mean, I love the top right picture of, and I'm looking out at our acreage right now. And one of my favorite things to do is to sit around a great fire and to have a beautiful bottle of wine. So if you all enjoy that, whether the weather is colder, you get into fall weather, spring, summer coming up, some great music, and then this view. Tell them a little bit about the history of this house.
Well, the house was built in 1897. The family's last name was Englander, and it kind of, the Howe family, which owns a lot of acreage out in Defiance in this whole area. Mrs. Howe who lives behind the property still. She's close to 100 years old. Was an Englander and was born in the house. So it's got a lot of history. At one point the whole farm was a pecan orchard. And we still have maybe 8 or 9 of the pecan trees on site, but they had a lot at one point. And then years down the road, when it was purchased and made into a large garden, which a lot of people remember, where they had 5 or 6 acres of daylilies and sowed all kinds of plants and things and grew things, and it's just a great little area to grow things.
Well, it's beautiful. And like I said, we mentioned in the last few weeks as far as coming out there and how many people you can bring out and how many it holds. 700 at least. And some of the pictures you'll see that you can grab a table and sit up by the house. You can grab a table out by the patio, or on a beautiful day, just, have a nice blanket and sit out on the lawn. You've got a great event coming up this Friday. And I mentioned for those that are big trivia fans that you'll enjoy this one. Game of Thrones. Now how many people do you already have registered for that?
I'm sure we're at 300 for it. It's
Oh,
it's also including House of Dragon. So people get into it. I mean, I love watching the series, so it's a fun. This will be a fun one.
and then next week, I looked at this. So you're sold out. You're already on a wait list
Yes,
for Friends. I told you I'm a huge
that's
Friends
your
fan.
favorite, right?
Yeah, I love Friends. I went to a trivia night one time for Friends, and I was like, I think I know a lot about Friends. And then all of a sudden I went, wow, I do not know very much. I mean, people really get into their trivia for sure.
They
So
do.
you can put people on a wait list, and then you'll let them know if there's an opening.
If a table opens up, yes.
Okay. And then you've got a movie trivia night coming up as well. All of this you can find on the Defiance Ridge website, by the way. There's also, and you mentioned this when we first kicked things off a few weeks ago, a cork and keg dinner featuring Side Project. Tell me about that collaboration.
This will be Saturday night. In fact, we did the food tasting today for the wine side of it. Chef put together a really fun menu. He's very creative, and you give him things to work with, and he really takes it to another degree. So this will be a fun. The wines are Missouri wines, which are interesting. We're all the courses, but these are all Missouri beers too. So they're all homemade, local. And Corey King's a great brewmaster. Excited to have him in the house.
Absolutely. And that's the thing that I wanted everybody to know. And yes, I, of course, love to talk about wines, but beers, wines, spirits, you can find all of that at Defiance Ridge. And they've got some amazing events coming up. So you can always check out. This is their online site when it comes to ordering, but then you can look at their website, the Defiance Ridge Vineyards website, to look at all of the different events coming up. You can see the dinners. We've talked about the farmhouse dinners that they have, again, the trivia nights that are really big. You've got Charles Glenn duo. Charles Glenn is an incredible entertainer.
He's an incredible singer. He and his wife are fantastic.
Now, I haven't think I've seen his wife.
Yeah, oh my goodness, they're great. They're fantastic.
So they're together in the duo?
They duo it. We'll be here this week. So
Okay.
they
Beautiful.
bring it out. They sing some great music, and they're fun to listen to.
Yep. Again, you want to hear some great music and you just want to have a beautiful setting. This is
Well,
the place
check
to
out that
go.
cellar dinner next Wednesday night. I
Is
know
that
it's an
sold out
expensive
yet?
dinner. It's expensive dinner, but it's got wines. If you're if you're into the big wines, the high end wines, these are wines that you can't get, or if you do get, you got to really look for them.
Yep.
But this will be a fantastic dinner, also.
And again, these are the wonderful cellar wines. But look at that top right picture. One of the things that I know Chuck is proud of is the hard work that goes into making the wines, and then how great you show. You've got a lot of awards, my friend.
We and Tom has done a great job. I mean, we started in 2018, and every year, I think last year we entered 12 wines. We won 12 awards.
Oh my gosh.
What's great is seeing the silver and golds medals, because that's mainly what we win,
Hmm.
and we do really well with our whites and our Norton Reserves. So and our rosé, Chamberson Rosé, is best in state two of the 3 years. It's a great wine.
What would you tell people that are so familiar with trying wines in California and Oregon and Washington State, and they may go, maybe they do Italy, maybe they do France, and they haven't given a chance for the Missouri wines? What would you tell them to start with?
Well, I would tell them to start with one of our light whites. You got to be open minded.
Hmm.
And you got to listen to your tasting staff. They got to understand that these are thicker skinned grapes.
Hmm.
White wines, you can't tell the difference. And some things are just very delicious. The reds are a little different, but they're more earthy, they're more spicy, and there's some great wines in this state, that the Nortons and Chambersons that are made. But the first thing first is you just got to be open minded when you walk in, and want to try them. I mean, we are local, we are making product, and like all the farmers around here, you want to do what you do best.
And it's such hard work. I mention it all the time. People are always like, "Oh, so you're so passionate about wine, Monica?" And I was like, "Yes, because the people that make this that we get to enjoy, it is really to sip it. It's not to down this, because you want to realize what went into this, what goes into each bottle. I mean, you do the blood, sweat, and tears, my friend. We just enjoy it."
Well, it's a process, and you really got to be on your toes at all times. You're dealing with a lot of stuff with weather and animals, and just daily things. You got to check your vineyard. You just got to have the right people that can do it. And we're not, Missouri being probably the 15th or 16th largest grape making state or winemaking state, and way California by far I think makes like 90% of the wine in the United States. But we all take it seriously ourselves too. It's you have people come in like Chuck Wagner from Camus visits
Mhm.
us, and he'll walk out in the vineyards, and he'll say, look at this, look at that, but all in all, he tells you you're doing a good job, you're making good wine.
Did you say he's coming in soon?
I hope he'll be in soon. I haven't talked to him in a couple months, but
Come on, Chuck.
well, we this is something I tell him all the time. People want to see him, so
Yes.
we'll eventually get there.
I've never met him. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. And we started this several months ago. We were taping it on set. And then I started saying, no, you know what? Let's get out to the people. Let's have you enjoy some wine with us, or grab whatever you can, a little happy hour. If you are watching this later, let us know any questions that you have or anything you want myself and Chuck to feature. We're featuring again the 2021 Defiance Ridge Vineyard. This is the Cabernet Franc. And we were talking about the grape itself, close to 160,000 acres of Cab Franc planted worldwide. The parent grape, again, as Chuck was mentioning, of Merlot and Cab. And other than the Loire Valley, it is mostly used as the third component of a Bordeaux blend or a California Red Blend, which is probably my absolute favorite, is a blend.
You're not going
The
to find
grape,
a lot of it
uh,
made
say
directly
it again.
from Franc. That's here in the U.S. You're not going to find a whole lot of
Yeah.
Cabernet Franc. Now you will find it Finger Lakes region. Some of the northern states make it. In California, though, it's going to be Napa mainly, and maybe down in Paso Robles or something. Uh, but it's just not a very a lot of a wine made from this grape. It's just not.
So let's tell everybody that doesn't have a glass in their hand right now what we are going to be tasting as we start to kind of swirl this around, and what are some of the things as far as the notes are concerned.
Well, you get herbalness, a little herbalness off the bat,
Hmm.
but the main thing is you've already said it's a fruit bomb. Okay,
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
big black fruit. It's cassis. It that dominates it. A big dark plum smell or nose.
The color is stunning. This is, and I think that's another thing that I like. Let me make this really, really big for those of you that can't see it. I'm going to get it closer to the screen. Look, the deep dark purple, the raspberry. Actually, I taste a little raspberry. The nose, my husband would love.
Raspberry huge.
Yeah,
Raspberry is huge in it.
yeah, big time raspberry. My husband would like this though because it has like a tobacco smell to it.
It does. It's one of the characteristics of Cabernet Franc,
Yeah,
and
tobacco. So cigar smokers would like this for sure.
they would they would like that. I know cigar smokers like a lot of big reds. And what's good
Absolutely.
about this wine, it's really made well. The tannins are even, and for a very young wine, it's very drinkable, and I'm glad you're enjoying it.
No, absolutely, and that's the thing. Drinkable is a perfect word for that. So it's not like sometimes, and that's the problem with people when they're introduced to Cabernet. They're like, "Wow, this is so big." This is not. This is lighter in body.
Yes, it is. Cabernet Franc again is a lighter red of the three. Cabernet or Merlot is more fruity driven, and Cabernet's got more of the herbalness and big time things. And this is a little lighter. This is, I mean, the fruit is it that it makes is a little lighter.
And so you say the most famous wine blend is the Cheval Blanc, about 40% Cab Franc.
Yep, it's that's the most famous blended Cabernet Franc wine I believe in the world.
Oh wow! See what? So what we're going to give you on?
Percentage because it's up there. It's close to 40%.
Yeah, that's huge. So for those of you that tune in on Wet Your Whistle Wednesdays, we're gonna have a little fun with you. You might see a bunch of people with me. You might see a bunch of people with us at the winery. Did you say that next Wednesday, when I'm back with you live, we're gonna have Murph on with us?
Yes, we are.
Okay, tell them who Murph is.
Tom is our winemaker. If you've been to Defiance Ridge, everybody knows Murph. Uh, Tom is a Marine. He lives in Defiance. I've known Tom since 2009. He's a blood, sweat, and tear type of guy,
Yeah,
and just he's fun to hang around with, and he's a hard worker, and we like to kid around with each other quite a bit.
I love him. I've known him for many, many years. And yes, he is one of the most hardest workers I have ever seen. So he's going to join us. If you have any questions for the winemaker himself next Wednesday, or if you want to come out and join us. So I know we were talking about your hours, Chuck. When do they switch to where you're open a little bit later?
Daylight saving time.
Okay.
We'll switch that following. We'll be open to 5 again that following Monday.
Okay. So today, are you already closed?
Today we close at 3.
And then
Tomorrow we'll
tomorrow
be
you're open
closed.
late.
We're open late, and then Friday with the Game of Thrones, and Saturday night. Saturdays, hopefully we'll have a busy weekend. This is time of year you get a couple nice days. You hopefully to make some of that revenue back that
Yeah.
you missed during the busy times.
Well, next week, Monday and Tuesday, actually Sunday for sure is when it's going to start back up again. So it'll be a little bit cooler, and maybe some rain in the forecast tonight and into tomorrow, and then dropping into the 60s and 50s. But you're going to get back into your 70s Sunday and Monday. It's literally going to feel like we're getting into spring and summer, and we're only at the end of February. So who
Hopefully,
knows what are you expecting for kind of looking forward? I know you pay close attention to the weather forecast for this season, the growing season for 2024.
well, we hope we have nice weekends. we hope
Yes.
we hope whatever rain comes during Monday and Tuesday. That's a perfect week for us. Uh, we do have a couple things we are working on. We've got an adult Easter egg hunt
Yep.
coming up on the day before Easter. I believe it's going to start at noon.
Mhm.
Just posted that today, and then when we have the the eclipse come through, we'll do some things that day too.
And
Uh,
that's on a Monday, by the way, everybody. April 8th, we have a solar eclipse coming.
and if it's anything like it was a few years ago, it'll be really cool out here.
Yeah. So again, you'll be posting details about that on your socials, and okay, good, and on the website as well. And then you're going to have an Easter brunch.
We have an Easter brunch this year. It will be a buffet. We're going back to a buffet this year after 3 years of working through the COVID mess of doing it differently. We're going to go back to a buffet this year.
Okay, perfect. So again, we're talking about some things coming up this week. The Game of Thrones, still some ticket opportunities for that?
I think it's sold out.
It is sold out. Okay. And then the Friends trivia already for next Friday sold out, but you can put yourself on a wait list in case a table will open up. You do have tickets still available, though, for the collaboration with Side Project?
We do. Not very many. I think we could probably take another 10 or 12. My chef's not here, so he didn't hear me say that. So.
We can squeeze a few. We can move tables around. And
Always,
then the cellar dinner. Tell them when the cellar dinner is.
Cellar dinner is a week from tonight,
Yep.
next week. We have some tickets available for it. It's going to be an incredible dinner, incredible wines. So if you want to taste it and have some great food and wine that night, I promise you'll enjoy it.
Well, I am trying to nudge my husband because I just told everybody that I'm going to be there live next Wednesday. So it just kind of makes sense after we do this that I stick around for the dinner.
I think it sounds like a wonderful idea.
Yeah, and then on Thursday, I think what I'm going to do is then spend the night out at my mom's in Lake St. Louis, and then Thursday do the show live right from the lake, which I think would just be stunning.
That would be fun, yeah.
There we go. Let's just make the plans. Put 2 tickets aside for me. I'm purchasing them right now.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about that, okay?
Everybody, this is my dear friend, Chuck Gillentine. DefianceRidgeVineyards.com is where you can find out all the information about what we've been talking about. You can purchase your wines. Again, I would love to see you out there. And one more time, we've been mentioning this, but if you haven't purchased your tickets for this one yet, coming up on the 4th of July, we've been mentioning the wonderful Ruby Lee will be out for her special concert. 4 p.m. the doors will open. There will be a band before her, and then she'll take the stage 7:30 to 9. And then the fireworks display. It's going to be amazing. I know you've been working on the signing. Have you announced yet who the band's going to be?
We do. I believe it's on the website.
Oh.
I believe. You know what? I'm 68 years old. Some things I just flip by,
It's okay. I want you guys to get out there. I know there's a lot of friends of mine and family members that said that they've purchased their tickets, but we want you to buy those early.
I know we do have it. We do have it signed up, but I just can't remember some things.
That's all right.
We're selling tickets still, and then that's a good thing.
Purchase the tickets on the website, DefianceRidgeVineyards.com. Don't wait to the last second because ticket prices will go up if you try to purchase on the day of. Well, I will see you in person next Wednesday, and then we'll stick around for the dinner. Okay?
We'll talk about the dinner. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Everybody stick around. I've got something that I want to announce to you, though. Chuck, thank you so much. I will see you next week.
Okay. Thank you, babe. See you soon.
Bye-bye. We need women to lift women up.
Let's do that. Being on Monica's show, it was like one of the best interviews I've ever had.
Monica's very real, and she really cares about people.
She's changing lives.
Changing lives.
I think this is just really what people want to see.
Giving back so much to the community, and I really appreciate it.
Today, Monica was extraordinarily real, not only with me, but with her viewers and her listeners.
Made the interview process like talking to a friend.
How are you doing? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a few weeks.
Hey. You're close.
Monica. Whoa.
So go out in this world and be anything you want to be. But before you do that, first, be kind. Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment or online envitahealthandwellness.com. All right, having a little fun with you on your Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. I just want to give a rundown real quick. People have been asking about this. What I'm wearing here is the new merchandise that launched over the weekend at
Working Women Show. And then from there, we now have it on our website. So you can go to realmonicaadams.com. We have this gorgeous pink. We've got blue. We have black jackets for women. For the men, we have black and blue. And then we have t-shirts for you as well as journals. You find all those on our website. And in an hour and a half, myself, Cassius Satars, we are both going to hold Cultivating a Vision Part 3. So if you have not signed up, I can still squeeze you in. I'm getting ready to send the link out to all that have signed up so far. Would love to see you at that, carving out your vision for your future. And if anything's been holding you back tonight, I hope that we get a chance to release all of the pain from the past, or at least some of it, and get you on a path to where you belong in life. So Cultivating a Vision coming up, a retreat next weekend that I can give you $150 off. I've got a special code that I can pass along to you. Just reach out to me at info@therealmonicaadams.com. And with that, you'll be able to join and be a part of all the activities, all the collaborators. Sally Drake will be there, myself. We've had so many, actually, Jennifer Bordeaux, she will be there as well. And there's a few other people that are going to be collaborators, but all of it is about getting yourself in the mindset, in the spirituality aspect, and in the physicality aspect. And it's going to be at Innsbruck Resort, March 1st through the 3rd. Looking forward to hopefully seeing you. There's about maybe, 15 or 20 people signed up already. It's going to be at Innsbruck, so it's a gorgeous setting. And again, it's really for you to walk away from that and to just feel more balanced, which is one of the things that I talk about, right, on a regular basis. I do want to make this announcement. Tomorrow morning, we will not have a show in the morning. We will instead be in the afternoon at Sisters Sandwich Shop right there at Devonshire and Macklin. So come by, grab some lunch, say hi. I will have our merchandise live for you. That means you save on shipping, so you can purchase your jackets, your shirts, your journals in person tomorrow. I have those with me. I'd love to see you at noon tomorrow. I'll be joining Jules and Tracy, the two owners, the sisters that own Sister Sandwich Shop. So come on out, spend some lunch with us, have some lunch with us, spend some time with us. We're going to do a little trivia with some old movies and old shows that you probably watched when you were growing up. So be ready for that. It's going to be fun, and we'll be giving us some things away for you. So from noon to 1 tomorrow, the show will be live. Again, no morning show tomorrow, but you can always tune in for our audio podcast. We've been dropping some really great ones. I just found out that right now, Ruby Lee, who you saw in our promo, is the most listened to, I guess I should say, most listened to audio podcast, right behind Lemmy Pulliam. And I understand Tony Horton's bringing up the rear. He's doing really good as well. So be sure, wherever you get your audio podcast, that you listen to ours. And I want to thank Michelle Harmon for always doing a great job editing those. Next week, I know Jillian Mealy and Justine Ward, they're going to be dropping just so a lot of great things coming up for you. So thank you, by the way, for all of your dedication and being a part of us. You're seeing the scroll on the bottom of the screen talking about some mobile Monica, and that's where we're going to be tomorrow. But if you would like for us to be at your business, or you know somebody that you would like for us to feature on the show, just let me know. Reach out to me. Okay. info@therealmonicaadams.com. Have a beautiful rest of the afternoon. Some of you I'll see here shortly, I hope, at the Cultivating a Vision. If not, sleep in, enjoy your morning tomorrow, and I'll see you at 12 o'clock at Sister Sandwich Shop in the city. Have a beautiful one.